famous last words. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, John. How's it going? Welcome. I think we're gonna be done today. I think this is gonna be the last episode of the stream edition. So we'll is it snowing as crazily for you as it is for us? Because it's been snowing since about very early this morning, constantly, and we have to keep applying our shovels to the sidewalk in order to keep it all straightened out.
Well, yeah, I made a payment. I'll talk to them about what the options are, what to do.
It doesn't really snow in Portland? Oh, wow. That's, well, actually, no, I think because Portland's close to the coast, right? So I guess that, in a way, that makes sense. It's not inland enough to where there'd be that elevation for snow to kind of fall. It would rain more, I would think. But yeah, it's snowing like crazy over here, so... yeah, I figured. We're gonna get started in just a couple of minutes here. So, you have to drive up the mountain, yeah. Yeah, we have the Appalachian Plateau over here. I'm sure you remember from when you lived in this area. And when we want snow, we pretty much stick where we are. But when we really want snow, we just drive up the plateau and then we're good. So, I got my snowboard in my closet still. I said I was going to get it out a couple of days ago. I still haven't, but it's all in there, and so is all my snowboarding gear. So I may or may not be taking certain Saturdays, starting, I don't know, next year maybe, to just hop in my car and go snowboarding for a day. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. Maybe on the off weeks. Yeah, I'm getting that itch, man. It's been a little while for me. So you got your season pass? Okay, yeah. It's been a while for me, at least a couple of years. So I'm not as prepared, obviously, but we'll I would be interested in going again, that's for sure. Especially since it seems like we're going to be getting a fairly decent amount of snow this year, so I'm cool with that, because that means that in the southern tier, they're going to have even more snow than we are, and if we're getting a decent amount, then they're going to have tons, and they won't even have to make any, which is great, because the best kind is the natural kind. It just carves so much smoother than the man-made stuff. Alright, 2 minutes, we'll get started. And I have NPC quests to do today, so I may have to put chat in the back window while I'm looking at how to complete NPC quests for the first little bit. But other than that, we've got one boss left, so hopefully it all goes well. Okay, here we go. Man, now that I finished uploading that shitpost/meme, now I want fan art of this character with Captain Falcon's mask on, but sadly I am not a budding artist in any capacity of the word, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Dark Souls 3, the Stream Edition. Might be the finale today, depending on how difficult the final boss is, so hopefully we'll be able to show him some of our Legion etiquette, even though we're no longer a part of the Legion, but that won't stop us from shoving a sword in their face, his or her face. I'm not judgmental. I'm not going to assume genders this early. But before we do that, we have a couple of NPC quests to take care of finishing up, because they were mentioned, and I figure since they were mentioned, I'd rather try to get them out of the way while we're here. So that's what we're going to go do. We already finished Irina's quest line last time. She's a firekeeper now, and she's over in the tower thingy in that cluster of dead bodies, which some would say is an improvement. I would say not so much. But now Orbac is missing as well, so we need to go and take care of his stuff. There's 3 NPCs who we can quickly finish up today, so we're going to do all 3 of those very quickly there. The first one is actually not Orbac. Also, I made this +10 because why the hell not? But now, we're going to take care of those 3 quests, NPCs, real quick. The first one is up here. The old lady at the beginning of the Ring City DLC. And then once we're done with her, we can quickly teleport to the next one, which is... let's see. So it's her, it's Orbac, and then it's one other one that I can do. But yeah, at some point during the Ring City, she kills herself, which is kind of dark and morbid, so we'll pick up her ashes so we can purchase her stuff with the handmaid, but yeah, that's that. So she's taken care of now. The next one is Orbac, and to get to him, we need to go to the Grand Archives. And then what's the third one? Ah, I know what the third one is. I'll tell you in a moment. Once we get Orbac's ashes, hopefully short-term memory loss doesn't screw me and I don't lose it. But I don't think I will, so. But Orbac would have been a summon that was available to summon when we did the Twin Princes boss fight, but sadly I did not take care of him in time and buying all of his sorceries and stuff, so since I did not do that, we do not get to summon him. Instead, we get to go over here and poke this guy in the face. Like that. Gotta love the Astor Greatsword, man. When you get the opportunity to poke people with it, it hurts. It hurts a lot. Also looks kind of cool. Placed on your back. But it's abnormally large, though not too heavy, according to the item description. So that's a thing. I need my sorcery staff to do some stealth shenanigans. Then we'll go up here. And over here is Orbac's ashes. Let's get out of here before somebody starts pew-pewing at me. Ha! There we go. Next up is actually Eygon, Irina's protector, who told me if anything bad were to happen to her, he would totally make me pay for it. Thankfully, nothing bad ever happened, so we totally don't have to worry about that. But we can go and collect up his stuff, because he has left us behind some trinkets to pick up. So that's what we'll go do. He is, let's see, the best place to start is here and then go backwards, I think. And then we'll go Incidentally, that is not one of the things that you get from him, but I will show you what you get in just a moment. And then after this, we have to finish Cirrus's quest line, and we might also, I don't know if we can, but we may be able to complete Leonhard's quest line as well. And Leonhard was the dude who gave me cracked red eye orbs initially. And then once we do both of those, we can move on with our lives and go fight the final boss. Although I think after I collect up Eigon's stuff, I need to go and grab some Kleenex before I get going here, and I have to blow my nose and I'm dying because there's none right next to me anywhere. So I think I'll go get that in just a moment once I collect up what I need to collect up here. So Eigon is no longer at his perch here, right? Nope, but there is this over here. Where Irina used to be. He's met with a terrible fate, hasn't he? So we get his hammer and his shield. His large hammer and his shield. I mean, I like the round shield. That's why I kind of was using the stone parma for such a long time there, but I don't like the face on the Moaning Shield, so that's why I'm not really gonna bother with it. I don't know if you can even see it from here due to the lighting. I'll show you when we get to the Road of Sacrifices there. I think I'm heavy. Yes, I am. That's okay, though. It's a very large shield as well, so I don't think we need that all too much. So yeah, I'm a fan of the round shield design. Round shields are my favorite, but I'm not a fan of the face. No thank you. I'll stick with this instead. Okay. So now, the next place that we need to go to is... I think we need to go to... So the Pit of Hollows is where we could meet up with the one person, but I think we need to go to Dilapidated Bridge and then get to the top of the Pit of Hollows in order to continue with Cirrus's quest line, if I remember right. So I'm going to go here, and then once I get here, I'm going to rest at the bonfire. I'll go grab a couple of Kleenex before we get started. I knew I was forgetting something when I started this up. And then we'll do some more of Cirrus's quest line. And then we'll do Leonhard's, because I think if you do Leonhard's, Cirrus's becomes undoable. I'm not 100% sure on that, but maybe. Also, it kind of looks bad here, considering Dark Sign is stuck up in the sky there, but, you know, that's just part of the scenery at this point. Okay, be back in like 15 seconds. Don't count me, though. Okay, back. Got the Kleenex I need. My doggo needs petting though now, because she just says basically whenever I get up that it's now I'm required to pet her. It's not really anything I can choose to do or not to do, so. And the other doggo is outside barking at God knows what. Pretty much the standard that you've come to expect with these high-quality streams of mine. Rip. Drop anything? No. Alright. Next. We will let the giant handle things, because I still have my little birch tree thing. So that's good. Thanks for almost killing me there, buddy. Okay, I'm sure they're still after me. Down here somewhere. Or is he killing them? He's killing them. Cool. Alright. And in we go. Now I believe Cirrus's questline, she leaves a summon sign here somewhere for you. I think that's it right there. Yeah, requesting cooperation. So we can answer her summons to be summoned as a phantom. I'm going to try to do this with the Astora Greatsword. I don't know how well it's going to work out, but we'll see. And then once we help her with this, I think she comes back to Firelink Shrine, if I remember the quest page correctly. But we'll see. Cirrus, hello. What are we?
I finally found
What are we
you.
doing?
Just as I promised, Grandad. Remember?
Oh, she found her grandfather. Well, that's a thing. Haha. And this is going to help out immensely because, well, can kind of just, you know, do that repeatedly. Oh, okay. Damn. Your fight is with me now. Oh, he's got power within. He thinks he's slick. Oh, and he's got warmth too. Well, that's interesting strategy considering the fact that I can use it too. And so can Cirrus. Nope. Oh, he did that anyway. Okay, I'm gonna back off real quick. Well, I tried. Maybe if she wasn't so aggressive, this would have worked out. Oh well, let's see what happens. See if she's still alive and if we can just keep requesting cooperation or if she's dead. We'll see. I was kind of screwing around because that's the whole nature of this sword. So, okay, so we can redo cooperation again. Cool. So let's see if we can't actually help her this time. God, this is going to be so bad. That's okay, though. Because that's basically all this episode is, like I said, is me dicking around and doing stupid shit. So.
I finally found you. Just as I promised, Grandad. Remember?
Hee hee. Ha ha ha. Okay, I don't want to be anywhere near him if he's doing some shenanigans with that shield, so. Let's just rush him down. Damn it. The range on this isn't as much as I'd like it to be. I could have backstabbed him, but you know. There we go. Why are we killing your grandpa again? Just wondering.
Good night, Grandad.
Holy Knight Hodrick defeated, returning to your world. Yeah, I don't know what she's thinking, but maybe we'll find out when she comes back to the shrine. I don't know. Mound Makers, so now we can join the Mound Makers if we so choose. And then there's this fall, which we definitely won't make alive. So instead of making it alive, let's do this. We will go down into the pit, because I believe now we can get Hodrick's weapon, maybe, or something, or his shield. I don't know. Something from down there from him. And then we can go see Cirrus, and we can finish up her quest. So we'll travel to the Pit of Hollows. Hopefully when I get there I'm not just immediately lambasted by like an NPC or something, so... Colonel, what's the message? Amazon. Okay, cool. Anybody home? Don't think so. So there's Hodrick's armor set, and here's where you can pray at the sacrificial altar if you want to join the Mound Makers. I will not, because I don't need to. Already pretty much got everything that I need from Covenants, so put that away with the rest of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I feel like we're missing one. Oh well. So next up is going back to the shrine and seeing if Cirrus is back there. Because, I mean, I don't know at this point. I don't know if it's just that you have to get all the flags in order for things to work or what. But there she is. Cool. Hey, Cirrus, how's it going?
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I've involved you in my affairs over a little promise at that. My sincerest thanks for your assistance.
No big deal.
At last, my grandfather will rest in peace, and I can die. But there is one last... May I take a vow to serve you as a knight?
Well, I am still looking for a second-in-command. My first second-in-command died after he gave me the arcane power of the void, and my second-in-command, I killed her, so, because she's a jerk. So the position's open if you want it.
Oh, I am most grateful. I, Cirrus, do hereby serve as your faithful knight. Wherever, whenever I am needed. My loyalty shall never waver. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Well, thank you, Cirrus. I appreciate that.
If I may ever be of assistance, I am your knight, forever and true. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Alright, so she's done, quote-unquote. I believe there's one more step to it, if I remember from the webpage for Cirrus. Hold on, let me look it up. Dark Souls 3 Cirrus. I believe there's one more step, and it involves you going and dueling with her because she's, like, going to die or something. Let's see. And we skipped a step as well here because in Irithyll, the Boreal Valley, after you first get there, if you go back to the bridge where that one beast thing was that I got the Pontiff's Eye from, I believe, you can summon her there as well, or summon into her world there as well, and she'll let you help her kill somebody else, and then she'll give you some other stuff too. But let's see. So we defeated Twin Princes, so let's go back to the Pit of Hollows and see if we can't figure that out. In the meantime, I'm going to open up the webpage for Leonhard because he is our final NPC to take care of. Just reading his thing there real quick. Hold on, sorry. Okay. So I know what I need to do now. So let's go take care of that. We can go back to her grandfather's grave right here, and then I believe her talisman will be there, if I recall correctly. According to the wiki, anyway. We're not going to be using the Astora Greatsword, by the way, by the, what's it called? For the final boss. I'm just using it to troll around while I'm here. Okay, so since that's not it, then maybe I can go and get his shield if I go here. Hodrick's shield is in the Cemetery of Ash over here, just before Firelink Shrine, so we'll see if we can't go get it from here. And then once we do that, we'll see if we can move on with our stuff here. Or maybe she won't keep going because I didn't do the other quest in Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. And I don't know if doing it now will break her quest or not, but, well, it doesn't matter that much. So Hodrick's thing should be over here, I believe. Yep. But first, well... Bye. At least he died before he got down there. Okay, there's her Sunless Talisman, so she killed herself here in the interim. And here's his shield. So her quest is complete now because she decided, okay, well, you don't need to summon me since it's the end of the game. I'm just gonna... And then she committed Sudoku. And then it was too hard of a puzzle, so she committed seppuku. Okay, so Cirrus is done. Let's put away the stuff that she gave me. We don't need Igon's thing there. Talisman given to the Knights of the Sunless Realms who serve the Nameless Moon. Scales with intelligence, which is rare for a miracle catalyst, but makes it compatible with the dark. In the Sunless Realms, this fact is related first as an initial warning. So good for dark element casting, I would assume. But not good for what I need it for, which is nothing. So that's fine. The slate gold helm, named for its sunset hues, is now faded and wrapped in tainted rags. The sorry fool was known to wander the battlefield as a crazed ghoul, lashing out at friend and foe alike. Well, that doesn't seem very sportsmanlike of him. Well, anyway, we don't need that. And that's about it for now, I think. Yep. Okay, so her quest line is done, so now it's just Leonhard, and his quest line requires me to go back to the High Wall. Because, believe it or not, I've had a key sitting in my inventory that I didn't know what it did for a long, long time. And now I know what it does, and we can finally go use it. I think. I'm going to have to look at my inventory and make sure it's in there, but yeah, I think. Let me just check myself before I wreck myself here, as soon as it loads in. That way we can be sure. Yeah, it looks crappy in the sky here, too. It's like the sun is setting on the entire world at the same time. Where is it? Lift chamber key. Here we go. So we need to use that, and in order to use that, we need to go down here. There was a locked door that we came across in part 1 of this after I decided parrying wasn't worth it. And we need to now go and unlock it. See if I flub up this dropping attack there. There you go. Dropping attack, plunging attack. You know what I mean. It is not that door. Which door is it? Not that door either. Maybe it's down here. Let's go see. The fact that an enemy can survive one hit from a +10 weapon, even a rolling attack, I don't know if I like that, but yeah, lift chamber key can be used here, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use it. I'm gonna actually equip this shield, because I think, if I recall correctly, there is a Dark Wraith down here. And I might need the, well, I don't think I'll need the passive HP regen. I got 15 Estus, so I think I should be okay. Oh, I thought that was an NPC. I was gonna be like, what the hell? It's just armor. Hello? Oh, there he is. Hold on. Let's sneak up on him. I was gonna backstab him, but sure, whatever. We get the red eye orb for defeating that guy. I also could have snuck up on him and, you know, L2'd or R2'd the shit out of him, and that would have really, really hurt him. But that's okay. We don't need to do that either. He's already dead, so that's all that matters. Okay, so that's done. Now we can go back up here, go rest at the bonfire, and go back to the shrine, and Leonhard should be there to take us to the next part of the quest, as I recall. We don't need that red eye orb though, so I think I can put it away. It is right here, right? Invade other worlds at will. You no longer need cracked red eye orbs or red sign soapstone to invade them. Although red sign soapstone is more of an honorable thing, red eye orb is you go and you invade people, and all bets are off basically because you're invading somebody against their will. So instead of doing that, let's go back to the shrine. And we'll check out Leonhard and see what he has for me next. Because I think once we talk to him here, there's a couple of other places we can teleport to. And eventually take care of the rest of his quest line. So let's see if he's in the same spot that he was. I believe he should be. Which was right up here. Yeah, I can see him tucking out the side here. We haven't seen each other in a while. How have you been?
Aha, you found a proper red eye.
I did.
Brilliant. I knew you were no ordinary man.
Applause, thank you.
Now invade and pillage all you like. And if you grow weary of your duty, you too may become a finger.
Rosaria's finger? Yeah, I already wore that. I didn't like it.
Give yourself to Rosaria of the Cathedral.
Rosaria,
of the Deep.
okay, sure.
Now invade and if you grow... Come on.
So I think now we can go to the Cathedral of the Deep and we can do something at Rosaria's bedchamber. Let's look. So we don't want to rank up. We want to offer at least one pale tongue to Rosaria. I think I already did that. So we want to speak to Leonhard in her chamber and exhaust dialogue. Okay, cool. So we'll go do that. Okay, so let's go do that. Then we need to teleport and teleport back once we do that. So to the bedchamber of the weird intestine lady. Because why the hell not? And then once we're done there, we'll keep going. Almost done. Then I can attempt the final boss a few times and see how I do. And we'll go from there. Okay, well, she's still there. Is Leonhard here? It said he was near the entrance. I wanted to go too far, though, because then those squid monster thingies out here will attack, like this one. I don't think he's out there. Maybe he's closer to here? No. I don't know where he would be. Could always skip to the next part, I think. I think we have to actually offer a pale tongue in terms of, like, deepening the covenant, and then we speak to him. Actually, so... No, he has not killed Rosaria yet, actually, kind of Kath, because I did not do his quest line until now. So we're taking care of it right here at the end of the game, and I think in order to do that I need to take one of these, and I need to give her one. I used one to respec earlier in the game, but I think we actually have to deepen our allegiance with her, which will no longer ruin my, what's it called? I did kill the Wraith, yes, actually. I got the Red Eye Orb just about 5 minutes ago. So I think we need to... I did. Yes, I did. But he's supposed to be here, and it says on the quest line page that you need to offer at least one pale tongue to Rosaria. And that won't affect Cirrus's quest line anymore because we just finished Cirrus's quest line a minute ago. So we'll do this. Okay. Because I won't need that anymore. Then we will rest and see if he shows up. I think that's him right over there now. Yes, that's him right over there now. So I offered Pale Tongue. Not that I wanted to.
Ah. So, you've chosen to serve Rosaria after all?
That's debatable.
She will be pleased with me for finding her another finger. But be warned, my friend. Rosaria's fingers need only fetch tongues for their mistress. Otherwise, we are free, unchained. Like Yellowfinger, you can choose to believe that all fingers share camaraderie. But do not force your romance upon the rest of us.
So you have no love for the other members of the Fingers, huh?
Rosaria's fingers need only fetch. Otherwise, you are free to believe, but do not force.
Is that it for your...
Rosaria's other you offer to...
Okay, it said exhaust dialogue, so I figured he'd have more than 1 or 2 lines. But he does not. So now, we've already reached the Profane Capital, so all of this is probably going to happen very quickly, but I believe I need to teleport away and then back. And then that will continue the quest line, if I recall. Let's look it up. After reaching Profane Capital, return to... okay. Okay. Yep, basically what I was just doing. And then we'll be home free. So teleport back, because after you reach the Profane Capital, you can go back to her bedchamber. And then, well, this will happen once we load in. So now, if you go over here, Rosaria is dead. So we'll pillage the remains. There's a Black Eye Orb, So we got a red eye orb, now we also have a black eye orb. But who, pray tell, would kill Rosaria? Arcane orb left on Rosaria's corpse. Have faith her soul can be retrieved by invading the world of her killer and returning victorious. The black eye is proof of vengeance, but often appears serene as it casts its gaze toward Irithyll. So now we need to go to Irithyll. We need to take care of the murderer. We need to solve this murder mystery to finish off Leonhard's quest there. Where am I going? Right over here. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with all of the deacons that are over in that area, because in Dark Souls 1, the Black Eye Orb stirred inside of that giant foyer to Ornstein and Smoug's boss fight. In this one, not so. In this one, you just go up to the bedchamber, and then once you get there, that's where the Black Eye Orb will stir, and then we'll go from there. And he may kill me once or twice here because I'm, again, not used to the moveset of the Astora Greatsword, but the Black Eye Orb is quivering in this room, so we'll use it and invade the world of Rosaria's killer. This will be fun. Oh, I've never done it before, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not honestly expecting very good results, but that's just me.
Well, never expected to see you here. Couldn't resist her any longer in all her festering glory.
Ew, what are you talking about?
And now you want to ravage her soul as well.
I do look pretty cool in red.
I sowed the seeds, I'll prune the mess. I, Leonhard, swear so upon my vows to the goddess.
Okay, so he has magics, and he also has other things. Okay, well, that's no good.
No one will despoil her soul. Certainly
no one's
no
defiling
beast
anything except for your
humans.
face, actually. Fine, you want to heal? I can heal too. Oh. There we go.
What do you want with her soul?
Whole lot of nothing.
Isn't flesh enough for a sick beast?
It has surprising range on it. And that does not. I let that go too early. Oh well. I wonder if he blocks at all. R1, R1, R1. I missed. He's at Estus though, so that's good. Haha!
Blessed Rosaria.
I don't really understand how you can call her Blessed Rosaria after killing her, dude, but sure, whatever you say. I kind of wanted to knock him over more with the fully charged R2 of the Astora Greatsword, but because that's a lot of fun, but thank you. Thank you. And we get the Soul of Rosaria, the Crescent Moon Sword, and the Silver Mask. So if I so choose, we can go revive Rosaria, but since we got her soul, we can go take that to Ludleth's corpse and see what she transposes into first. Let me get on the elevator before we go look at what her soul does there. Soul of Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth, stolen by Ringfinger Leonhard, returned to her extant corpse, and Mother will bring strength to life as if nothing ever happened. Oops, I missed the elevator. I could have just fall controlled / spooked, but you know. I'll just do it now. Whee! No, I didn't need it. Oh well. Alright, so let's take it over to Ludleth, and then we'll take it back to Rosaria because Yeah, I don't think she gives anything worthwhile either, at least not for the build that I currently have. But I would like to read some item descriptions, so we'll do that just in case. Just to see. Just to see. For the sake of my own curiosity and satiating it. Hello, Ludlet's Corpse. What you got for me today? Bountiful Sunlight. Probably the best regeneration spell in the game. If I had to guess, because it's probably better than Replenishment, it probably takes a couple of item slots or spell slots to use. And I think, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to use it on this one. But special miracle granted by the Princess of Sunlight. Gradually restores a large amount of HP for self and those in the vicinity. The miracles of Guinevere, loved as both mother and wife, bestow their blessing on a great many warriors. Or, you know, those who have the faith for it. But they need a lot of faith to use it, so that's kind of a steep price tag there. Anything else? Let's see. I don't think so. I think that's all she gives. No, that's fine, man. That's cool. I don't mind. But yeah, we aren't going to give it to them to Ludlet's Corpse because I don't need Bountiful Sunlight. I'm not going to use the soul if it's usable because I don't need souls for anything anymore. So we'll go and we'll return it to Rosaria's body. It would probably be useful if I was doing a faith build, but we'll save that for the next time I play through this game and I do it online so that I can play with all of you. And hopefully at least a few more people. Because we won't be playing this again for a little while. We got to get through the other 4 games in the Soulsborne series, and potentially Code Vein if that comes out and it looks remotely interesting to me. But yeah, so we will examine and give her her soul back, and she'll be good. What level am I now? 110 or 111, something like that. Some ridiculous number that you really don't need to be at in order to finish the game. But Rosaria is back to her body and, yeah, in all of her disgusting, desiccated corpse glory. But these, I will actually, let me go back to the shrine and then I'll show you what we're looking like for our final showdown here, because we're just about ready to go and do that. Might use the remaining 9 or 10,000 souls I have there to buy arrows, but that's about it. It's becoming a meme at this point. Too many souls? Buy arrows. So we need this, and we need... Oh, hey, he gave me his sword. Ringfinger Leonhard's weapon of choice, a type of shodel imbued with the power of the moon. Leonhard set out on a journey of rebirth, but decided instead to serve the goddess as a knight, and inherited this weapon. And you pew things at people. It's like the Crystal Ring Shield from Dark Souls 1, except, well... not a shield. I don't know if it's not shitty like the Crescent Moon Shield was, or the Crescent Ring Shield was, but that will remain up in the air because I'm not going to bother going to look. Put away some stuff real quick. And then we'll do what else I need to do. Those are fine. Put that away and that away, because I think the only thing we're going to need is the sword at this point. Here is the helmet that we got from Leonhard there. Silver Mask of Ringfinger Leonhard. In his youth, Leonhard suffered grave burns to his entire body. Ouch. His face, in particular, which he hid beneath this mask, was terribly scalded. He abstained from restoring these injuries, even after becoming a Finger of Rosaria, when he could have done it because you can alter your appearance by offering pale tongues. But he did not. So, that's his choice, I suppose. I wonder if we can buy 122 arrows with the souls that we have. Guess we could find out. Let's have a look. If not, we'll sell that Hidden Blessing since I already have one. And we have some Umbral Ash for you too, but we'll give that to you in a moment. Purchase Feather Arrows. Here they are. We can buy 99 of them. So we're almost there, but not quite. So as a result of that, let's sell this hidden blessing, and that will get us, what, 10 of those arrows? So we got 99, we need 23. So we'll sell a couple of these, and we can sell one of those and 3 of those. I think we should be good now. Yeah, we should be good. We'll have about 1,000 souls left over there. So that and that. Now we got about 1,000 souls left over to do with what we please. I will buy some gold pine resin. Why the hell not? Thank you. Here, have some umbral ash.
Well, well, what warm umbral ash have we here? It's as if thy fate were with death entwined.
You would think that, considering how many people die in my
Take no
watch.
note of me, thy business is thine own. As by now thou surely knowest, there is little I love more than a gratuity of souls.
Yeah, I can tell. You're a little batshit insane. Has anybody ever told you that, lady?
Well, well, what warm umbral
I wonder if she's going to
ash
say the
have
same
we
thing.
here?
Well, let's see.
It's as if but
Blah,
take
blah,
note,
blah,
as by
blah,
now there is
blah, blah,
little
blah, blah, laugh,
I
laugh. Done. Okay, so you are all
Knowest thou
set.
of that soppy gossip?
What gossip?
That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers.
Oh, yeah, about
And
it.
so thou
Blah,
art
blah,
then
blah.
like-
I don't care about that. Well, anyway,
Ashen one.
be sure to bring more souls for the 0 things that we need to bring them for. Alright, so we are all set and ready to go. Let's go over my final setup here. This is my final setup, other than the fact that I'll probably undo my hollowing once we beat the final boss. Level 111, 40 Vigor, 15 Attunement. That was mostly for the FP, rather than for the spell slots. 25 Endurance, 20 Vitality, 25 Strength, 40 Dexterity, 15 Intelligence, 10 Faith, and 10 Luck. We started deprived, so that is why my Faith and Luck are at 10 there. That is just a part of the whole thing. So we're nice and even on all of our gear there. In terms of our weapons and armor that we've got, I'm going to unequip Sun Princess Ring, put Estus Ring on before I forget, because I know that that's more important for what's coming up, because it's a boss, so, you know. We have a Blood Bandit's Knife plus 10 that we used all of one time, pretty much. We have a Sharp Longsword, Heavy Mace, Short Bow, Sorcerer's Staff that never upgraded, Torch plus 10 because that's the best use of Titanite in the end game. That's not even close to being a real statement. Grass Crest Shield, Black Knight Shield, Ethereal Oak Shield, and somewhere along the lines I have a Fire Club plus 1 just waiting in the wings to be used, but it's not something that I need right about now. Actually, Standard and Large will do, since that's served us well enough for the entire game there. Executioner Helm, Undead Legion Armor, Fire Keeper Gloves, Undead Legion Leggings, and for rings, Life Ring, Estus Ring, or Sun Princess Ring. Chloranthy plus 3, Ring of Favor plus 3. I don't even think I'm going to use this Church Guardian Shiv, to be honest with you, but it's in my inventory just in case I get to the point where the final boss has like a sliver of health and I'm like, not risking it, pew! I'll just throw a throwing knife at him and done. Because I won't be using my FP for anything. This is my HP when embered. When not embered, I have, what is it, like 1400 or something like that? I don't know, 1300. Somewhere in that vicinity. And that's about it. I think we are all set to go and take on the final boss fight. So let's go do that. Where are we going here? No, 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 no. Flameless Shrine, that's where we're going. So let's head there. And see what we can find in this place of death and despair at the end of the world. But then again, we've already been to the end of the world and fought Gale, so I can't imagine that this will be too much worse. I don't know that for sure, but you know. Well, only one way to go now, because all of the other places are blocked off from us, so instead of doing that, we will leave the Flameless Shrine behind. I don't think there's anything up here. I think we already checked up here, if I recall correctly. Did I do the DLCs? Yes, we finished the Ring City yesterday. We finished Ashes of Ariandel about 9 streams ago, I think, or 8, something like that. But we did the DLC. I think the only thing I didn't do is get the hey emote, the one where you shout. I don't think I have that. Let's see. Hang on. I don't know if we'll see. Hold on. Point forward, up, down, wave, back in. Call. Oh, there it is. Call over. I thought you had to get this because I wasn't sure, but it's right here. But we don't need that, so we'll keep our Path of the Dragon because that's served us well enough so far. There we are. But yeah, other than that, I think I did most things. I'm not going to say I did everything because I definitely didn't do everything. There's definitely things that I did not find on my first playthrough that I'm sure people will let me know about as they're watching the stream or something to that effect. But for now, I'm satisfied with the first playthrough. Let us proceed to the first flame and finish this game up. And finish the series up, really. Holy crap. This is technically the end of the series, although this is the only game that I've uploaded in full from the Soulsborne series on my channel thus far, even though I've played all of them. So, is this a teleporter bonfire? Oh, this takes you to the Ring City. Okay. So if you didn't get there before this, you could get there now. And this is a normal bonfire, so we can go back to the Flameless Shrine if we so choose. Alright, well, nothing for it, I guess. Now that we've got all of that out of the way, let's head on up and into the kiln. Did we end up going to where the... Oh, the dark sign is gone in the sky. I don't know where it went. Maybe it's covered up by mountains or something, but the clouds are hiding it, so... I figured we traveled to wherever the dark sign was at in the sky, but I don't know that for sure, so... Oh, there it is. It was covered up by mountains and stuff. Is that still off in the background, or is that all the way there? No, that's still off in the background, but... Speaking of off in the background, what have we here? Looks like another player, along with yet another Astora Greatsword. They just can't avoid putting those there, can they? Ah, the terrible fates that Astora has been met with. Anyway. I didn't expect to see anyone else here at the end of the world. I thought I killed all of the stragglers, but apparently I was wrong. Oh, he just pulled the sword out of the bonfire. Okay. This shield should help out a little bit with this because it's got fire, so this should be good. Not that I can block forever, but you know. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Ow. I should heal. I will heal. Oh shit. Is that Wrath of the Gods? I was wondering where that went. Probably in this game still, but I just never found it. What you got this time? Staff. Good. Good. Always dodge when he wiggles it. Well. Now he has a curved sword. Oh, and he has more of those. Great. Fantastic. Just keep dodging. As he spins to win. Oh, what you think? Oh, poison mist. Great. Didn't think I'd need moss clumps here. staff. Would you stop with the crystal stuff? Ow. Okay. So he gets rid of them when he... So he gets rid of them when he turns into something else, but they don't go away. It's like a passive buff almost. No, thank you. I wonder why he's behaving like all the players there. Although I don't think we ever got that backflip. That's kind of a thing that he's got to him. Can you go back to the lance? I liked that better. Uh-oh. Well, God. Ow. Wow, that's got something on it. Ow, ow, ow. I would appreciate if you didn't do that. Please and thank you. I was gonna say, I can't see what you're doing through the mist. I've got half a mind to just take my bow out at this point and start poking him with that instead. Matter of fact... Oh, he's got power within. That ain't good. Get away from that. There we go. Estus Ring still doesn't heal me to full, huh? I just have too much HP at this point. This I can appreciate because it's not, you know, passive buffs and shit. Ow. Ow. At least it doesn't hurt as much as I was expecting it to. Maybe I shouldn't have dodged backwards for that. Maybe. Oop. He's not dead. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Well, now what you doing? Oh, now you're Gwyn, huh? Okay. Let me just back right up from that. Gotta love the Black Knight shield. Oh god.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Whoa! I get the feeling he's not going to give me very many chances to heal here, so maybe I should take him when I can get him. Oh, ow. Wow! Okay. That worked out. Where are you going? Ooh, okay, well. I don't like this. Ow! Well, that wasn't very smart of me. Alright, well. Didn't dodge in time. Looks like Skyward Sword thing, so let's just, you know, stay far away from that. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know how to dodge this properly, obviously. Skyward. So we'll just not get caught up on scenery, thankfully. Oop, don't want to get grabbed now. Uh-oh. Not this again! Damn it! Well, I tried. Oh, you can spam it. Good. One more hit. That's Skyward. So we'll just... Did I just beat the final boss on the first try? What the hell, man? Soul of the Lords. Lord of Cinder Fallen. That's it. Wow. I think Gale trained me for that one because that wasn't too bad, actually, but, where's Collapse here? Here we go. Oh, world, why? Thank you. Yes, looks good.
Okay. I'll be gone. The rice is done.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. We'll,
Hold the fort.
Okay.
Dad's going somewhere too. So.
Okay, we'll do.
You can shut the TV off upstairs.
Why, cruel world, why have you given me a boss that didn't take me 7 million tries? Actually, that's not a bad thing, so I won't even complain about that. Alright, so we're at the end of the world. Every boss is dead. We have a soul. Let's take a look. Soul of the Lords. Since Lord Gwyn, the first Lord of Cinder, many exalted lords have linked the first flame, and it is their very souls that have manifested themselves as defender of the flame. Right, so that explains why his fighting style was all of those different fighting styles, because he's literally every single player that has ever linked the first flame since the very beginning of the series. What a way to send it off metaphorically, man. That's fantastic. I like that. The fight was... I mean, it was good. I liked it. It was... you know, I don't think he inflicted enough damage. I think that was the only thing. I think that because of how much damage Frida and Gale inflicted and Midir and all of those DLC bosses inflicted, I expected the final boss of the vanilla game to be like, if you got caught in that 5-hit combo, you're one-shotted. That sort of a thing. But it wasn't actually that bad. It was a nice, smooth ride from start to finish. The series itself was kind of a bumpy ride from start to finish, but that's only because of the nature of the Souls series. So, and now, unfortunately, we must say goodbye. So let us do just that. Now, are we going to link the First Flame, or are we going to take the First Flame? Because I know for a fact that as the Lord of Hollows, you can usurp the First Flame. But I think we're linking it. I'm not 100% sure.
You stop that right now. Stop it.
I guess we'll find out in just a second. Well, whatever happened, I lived. So that's cool. Oh, that is not the dark sign. That is something completely different. Something new and unfamiliar. Such that the world has never seen.
Gracious Lord, make Londor whole.
I shall. My first order of business, I want all of you to commit ritualistic harakiri in my name. I'll join you! Joke's on all of you. I can't actually die. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game. That's Dark Souls 3. A fitting end, I think, to the Souls series as a whole. Thoughts at the end here. So, this game feels more like a true sequel to Dark Souls 1 than Dark Souls 2 will ever feel like in my mind. I don't know if it's the mechanics of Dark Souls 2, the presentation, but this felt like basically Dark Souls 1, but more of it with more polish on the action mechanics, basically, which is really all I kind of wanted from a sequel for Dark Souls 1. The series itself did a great job of presentation of its lore and its atmosphere and its bosses and its fights and everything, but there were kind of weaker action elements I found in Dark Souls 1, especially as I played and continued with the series and I got to games like, well, I only have to say Bloodborne, and you know the kind of action that I'm hoping for in this series. And I'm glad to say that while Dark Souls 3 is not exactly like Bloodborne in terms of its battle style, they did take the faster, more offensive style that they did with Bloodborne's battle mechanics, and they kind of emulated it in Dark Souls 3's battle mechanics. So I appreciate the fact that they tweaked some things, they made some things more action-oriented and more polished in this game. What else? Let's see. I really liked it all the way through in terms of... I feel like... The thing about it is that I feel like throughout most of the main game, this is vanilla we're talking, not even DLC. In most of the vanilla game, they pretty much stuck to, in terms of lore, hey, here's a piece of Dark Souls 1 that you remember. Hey, here's a piece of Dark Souls 2 that you remember. Here's a piece of Demon Souls that you remember. Remember when those games were out? Those were cool, right? And they didn't really... I don't know, it doesn't feel like they did anything with it. In some cases they did. Like, they made Gwendolyn a puppet for Aldrich, the Devourer of Gods. But a lot of the items were just kind of strewn about. They were in appropriate places in a lot of cases, I think. But they didn't really reconnect anywhere. At least, if they did reconnect, it felt kind of shallow in my eyes through most of the vanilla game. I'm not going to say all, because when you get towards the end of the game, a lot of it kind of comes full circle, especially in the DLCs, and that's what I'm so glad that they did, especially in the Ringed City. In Ariandel, for somewhat, because, I mean, in Ariandel, it was kind of like they made their own separate little world, basically. But they reconnected to the painted worlds that they had in Dark Souls 1. And they kind of said, well, this is what would happen if there were still people here in the painted world. In the regular painted world of Ariamis, there's just dregs, basically, and phalanx and bone wheel skeletons, and then there's Priscilla. And that's it. You don't get a sense that there was an actual place here at some point. In Ariandel, they fleshed that out, and I like that a lot. The Ringed City was basically what Aldia did for Dark Souls 2 in terms of story. It brought everything together with something familiar. And like I said, it was kind of... There's some poetic irony in the fact that Gale, who was kind of the DLC MVP, he was the character that was all through the DLC, the character they focused on most. There's something poetic and ironic about the fact that he had what he was looking for all along, and he only realized that by fighting the main character. I really liked that, and that they ended the game on such a high note. And I imagine that that was a very fitting end for a lot of people when they played The Ringed City, having played Dark Souls 3 and then Ashes, and been like, well, I'm still not sure they came full circle. But they did. They came full circle, at least in my eyes, in a pretty big way. And I'm glad to say that I can speak highly of this game overall. If I had to put it in a rank... God, it's hard with the Souls series because I think all of the games do certain things well. They don't all do everything well, but some of them do a lot of things better than some of the others. Unfortunately, I don't think that I can avoid ever having Dark Souls 2 be the lowest of the low on my list of things. It's unfortunate to say, but I played it day one launch, and it is the reason why I will never, ever buy a video game ever again until they complete the story. Or if I do purchase it, I will not play it until all the DLCs have been released, everything like that. That's why I waited so long to play this, is because they didn't finish the DLCs that they were planning on releasing yet. Because Dark Souls 2 Vanilla made me want to quit playing the Souls series forever. And having stood here at the end of Dark Souls 3, 3.5 years after playing Dark Souls 2 Vanilla for the first time all the way through, I am so glad that I did not stop, because they went back in patch 1.1 of Dark Souls 2 and they fixed it a lot with Aldia's inclusion in the story. The mechanics I still felt like were kind of but that's not the point. So my list would go from bottom to top: Dark Souls 2, and then there's a huge gap because the last four, Dark Souls 1, Demon's Souls, it goes Dark Souls 2, then there's a huge gap, then Dark Souls 1 is probably, well, no, Dark Souls 1 and Demon's Souls are probably tied for that third place spot, because I love both of them dearly, but I think that they do some things better than others. Then this game, very shortly afterwards, and then Bloodborne very shortly after that. I enjoyed my time with this a lot. I'm glad that I decided to do this blind on the stream, because I think the interaction that I got with people and being able to voice my thoughts to everyone was very good. It was less about me trying to piece things together and then saying, well, I'll just look on the wiki. And it was more about the interaction that I got with other people and their own experiences with the game. And I'm glad that we were able to send off the series in that way. Begin Journey 2 in current state. Journey 2 can be initiated from the Shrine Bonfire if you do not wish to begin now. So if you have anything left to do, you can go and do it. So we will say no. And I'm sure it'll be like Dark Souls 2, where after you beat the final boss and you choose your ending, you can start from the Majula Bonfire before beginning your second journey. Yep. Here we are, back in Firelink Shrine, back where we've spent probably a month and a half together, really. For the past month and a half, we've been here, just doing all of the things that we do. And it is at this spot that I am sad to say, but it is at this spot that we will end our excursion with Dark Souls 3. For now, I am planning on starting straight up tomorrow with the next game that I'm planning on playing. It will be a game that was suggested to me on the stream. By the way, Kinda Kath, if you're still here, are you still here? I'm looking at the viewers list right now. Oh, you're not still here. Anyway, if anyone would like to make a suggestion on a game that I should play for the stream, I have a few suggestions already from people who've been watching. But if you'd like to make a suggestion, please feel free. Leave it in the comments. Come hang out on the chat at some point. Hit me with a direct message on YouTube. Talk to me on Twitter. Somewhere, if you'd like to see me play something. Because there are a ton of games out there that I would not even have been able to remember to look up. And if I have some collaboration there, not only does it help me to broaden my games library and my horizons on video gaming in general, it also allows me to play some really cool games that we otherwise wouldn't be able to see, I think. And that's, I think, is really good. It's really good to broaden your horizons, find new experiences, and ultimately just have fun at the end of the day. That's what this is all about. And I am glad to say that I had a ton of fun doing the stream for all of you and for myself to finally finish up Dark Souls 3. It's been a long time coming, but this, unfortunately, is where our journey ends. Well, it will once I get my arrows back to 99 there. So you can begin Journey 2 there. Maybe we'll do... No, we'll save the Undead matches for when I do the stream again the next time. If I didn't mention it, we're going to be going through the entire Souls series again, starting with Demon's Souls at some point here. I think... So the next game I play is going to be a suggestion. Then after that, I'll choose a game of my own choosing. I don't know if that one's going to be Demon's Souls or if I'm going to play something else before then, but we have to play Demon's Souls before February 28th rolls around because that's when they're shutting down the servers for the online in that game. And we have to give it the final farewell that it so rightfully deserves. But until that point, I have been Monochromium. Thank you so very much, everyone, for watching, both on the chat, in the stream, and on YouTube, if you choose to watch there. Or both, really. I'm sure there's people out there who have watched for highlights of certain things, and they've come to the stream, and maybe they missed something, and then they'll go see what they saw on YouTube when I upload it there. So thank you, everyone, for the support. I really appreciate it. And this is something that I'm going to continue doing. I haven't ever really been able to keep consistency up on my channel, and I think it was because of how much work had to go into uploading videos all the time. But this actually takes a significantly less effort to just get everything ready, get it streamed, interact with people, have fun, upload it to YouTube. It doesn't take very long because it's reliant on Twitch's servers, not on my own, and my internet is potato levels, so it doesn't take 8 hours to upload a video. And for that, I sincerely appreciate that I was able to find this new hobby and be able to share it with all of you. So thank you. I appreciate it. Take care, everybody. I will see you in the next game that I decide to post. Until then. Still want to go do that English dub, though, of the Dark Eater Madeira Black Shadow thing. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Until then, I'm gonna have it sleep there. Because I think at this point I deserve it. Goodbye, everyone.